Hello guys, welcome to my new video. Today we will talk about tank destroyers. So tank destroyers, what are they? They're not tanks, but they're gun carriers. This one, like RHM BWT, is a heavy tank destroyer. So what does that mean? So it packs a big punch. It deals around 640 damage per shot, average damage. So what should you do in a tank destroyer? You should, you should camp. So in a tank destroyer you want to do following. You want to stay hidden as long as possible, except in some tank destroyers that are most useful as peekaboo tanks, or like have heavy armor like T95 or T28 or T28 prototype. So these are the tanks that you actually want to park nearby the enemy, so you can actually deal constant damage to them. You know, you want to support your team from up close and personal. But in this type of a heavy tank, like RHM or Grill or any lightly armored tank destroyer, you want to stay as far as possible from enemy tanks, so they cannot spot you, and most importantly, so they cannot hit you with HE shells, because if ISU or SU hits you with high explosive, you're dead. You're basically dead. So in these tanks, everyone will focus you, just like the heavy tanks. So this is the main reason why you should actually stay behind. So your main role as a tank destroyer is to support your team, to deal constant damage, and to actually lower enemy team's morale. You know, no one will actually expose themselves if they are not a noob or new player. They won't expose themselves to 152mm gun, especially in tier 7, tier 8, where that does actually mean that shot will eventually blow up your whole health if HE goes through. If not, the AP shot will just obliterate your tank. It will leave you with half of the HP pool you have, basically. So what do you need to counter tank destroyers? You actually need a good light tank like RU251 or the BC, so you can actually circle them, you know, because they are not best vehicles to deal with light tanks. So light tanks are basically their main counter. So this is how you want to deal with tank destroyers. You actually don't want to go with heavy tanks against them, because most of tank destroyers have like Tortoise or SU, the tier 9 SU, SU 1 to 254. They have the pretty much the best DPM in the game. So we actually want to hit them from side or from behind, you know, so they actually cannot do anything. And the most important thing when dealing with tank destroyers, they're mostly turretless, except like RHM or Scorpion G and tank destroyers like that. So you need to track them immediately, so they won't be able to deal some big damage to you, you know. So if you track them, they're basically done. Track them twice, they're good as dead, because they won't be able to repair the track, because they probably won't have even have the second repair kit, but the third repair kit doesn't exist in World of Tanks Blitz. So I actually have one replay for you today, my mastery in RHM, that I think I actually did pretty good in avoiding being spotted and actually dealing some good damage and kills. So this is the video. So guys, this is the video I wanted to show you. So I actually went on one of the best, if not the best, places for a tank destroyer in the whole game. So this is it, the place where I and SP1C went. Actually, when I said one medium on the hill, I meant right, so he can, not here, but right on the Castilla, on this side of the map, so actually he can spot. But he did pretty well here also, because he spotted some enemies, so it doesn't matter. So you will see what actually I did here. Nobody actually spotted me until late in the game. So here they are left on the hill. I had some unlucky shot with Bulldog there, actually two unlucky shots. You will see it in just a couple of seconds. You know, this one is pretty unlucky. And then they actually almost get wrecked on the hill. And here it is, the T-49 high explosive with ease. So he actually said WTF lucky, but you know, it's just high explosive. It is how you should actually deal with light tanks, mostly shooting, spamming HE at them, you know, at their weak spots. And T-49 is pretty much the whole weak spot, so no discussion there. Then we have on the right, Heavy's held actually pretty good there, and that Type 62, he was just unlucky, you know, he didn't spot me because of my pretty good KMO rating. So actually you need to know the range. You have it here, right of the circle. For dispersion you have the view range, and not actually the view range, but range finder. So use it wisely, because sometimes it's better not to take shot than getting spotted and instantly killed, you know. That thing especially the new players do. They get spotted, they deal like 600 damage in tanks like this, and they just die, you know, because they don't know how to use their rangefinder just yet. So please use it wisely, it will help a lot your team. And there we have struggle of our heavies. You know, I'm at pretty much big distance, great distance from there, so I will not get spotted. Pretty nice shot there at KV3. And then this is the critical moment for a tank destroyer, where you have to decide, will you stay and camp, let your team decide the match, or you will actually go in and help them. I would definitely suggest you to go in, because look at this now. We have this situation, low hit points on almost everyone. So this is not good. I actually have the highest hit points because I didn't get shot at all, because I didn't get spotted. And here it is, two tanks with low hit points, you know. I tell him to hold position, but actually I think he didn't manage to hide, you know. And he gets killed here. That's very, very bad, because we could actually lose if the RHM actually managed to shoot me with HE totally, you know, just wreck me apart. So here we are, our medium tank doing nothing because he's low hit points. That's best for him, just to pretend to be a tank destroyer now. You know, switching roles, that's also important. He did a pretty good shot because we would probably get wrecked if he didn't do that. Now we only have the RHM left, only one on their team, so here it is, lol, lol. He just burned down, you know. And this was my lucky, his unlucky shot actually, and my lucky shot. So 900 damage dealt, and then he makes a mistake. That's a mistake for my mastery. He actually shoots me where he shouldn't. This shot here, and then boom, he's gone. Goodbye guys, have a good time.